Church. So we're talking about angels, and we're talking about, just for a few moments, spiritual protection. And how do angels fit in? It's an interesting day today because where I'm at, there were 50 to 70 mile an hour winds, trees down everywhere. Man, I saw a tree fall on a house. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. In fact, I think I captured something really cool after this message. I won't tell you what it is, but take a look. I was not planning on doing this from my car, but here we are because it's too dangerous to be outside doing it. Anyways, so let's talk about angels. In the Bible, they're obviously spiritual beings, and they're created by God to serve Him and carry out God's divine purposes. They are depicted as messengers. That's what the word angels actually means. Guardians, agents of God's will. Now, what the Bible does not explicitly state is that every believer has a guardian angel. Makes a great Hallmark card, and it's, I suppose you could infer it, but no. It's not. It's a Wonderful Life. And what was the guy's name? The angel that was assigned to the guy who wanted to commit suicide. Anyways, and then he got his wings. Again, great storytelling, but it's not in the Bible explicitly. But on the other hand, there are passages that suggest angels play a very much a protective role for God's people. Let me walk you through some of this. So 2 verses. The first one I'm going to mention is the main one. It's Psalm 91, 11 and 12. This is in the Older Testament. For He, God, will command His angels concerning you. He's talking about believers or God followers in those days. Concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. On their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone. So this passage emphasizes the idea that God commands His angels to watch over and protect those who trust Him, and that is a true statement. Hebrews 1:14 talks about how the angels, are they not all ministering spirits sent out to serve for the sake of those who are to inherit salvation? The answer is absolutely yes. Angels are God's messengers that are sent to serve, communicate, or, to carry out His will. Now, this verse from the New Testament portrays angels as ministering spirits. I want to give you some examples of angelic protection in the Bible. So, one from the Older Testament, and there's a lot. Do you remember the story of Sodom and Gomorrah? A time of which we are living in now, by the way. It's a whole nother subject. But in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, angels protected Lot. Lot's uncle, I believe, was Abraham. The angels protected Lot and his family from the impending destruction of the cities. The angels physically led Lot and his family out of the city and urged him to flee for their lives. Daniel, another Old Testament, 6:22. And the account here of, and I would encourage you to read this chapter, incredible chapters with Daniel. In this account, he's in the lion's den, and an angel protected Daniel by closing the mouth of the lions. Daniel emerged the next morning unscathed, and because the angels had shut the lion's mouth. This is all glory to God. Now, Acts 12, verses 6 through 11, again, I would encourage you to read that. In the New Testament, here Peter was in prison by King Herod. An angel of the Lord appeared and miraculously freeing him from his chains and leading him out of prison. This intervention really showcases the protective role of angels in our lives. Now, we're not to talk to angels. We are not to pray to them. We are to pray as Jesus taught his disciples to pray, "Our Father, which art," or "who is in heaven." So that said, that's a little bit more about angels, twisting the kaleidoscope there, learning a little bit more about how their role is to do that. My friends, God bless. Take a look at this.